go back to the continent.
Girl, he is not Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. Let's calm down. I'm sorry. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's D about to react to this vid by Antonio Talks. It's titled, "This Streamer is Destroying African Propaganda." Oh, he's talking about speed. I saw a couple headlines of him being in Africa. He's going to a few countries or whatever. I guess he out there putting in work if he destroying propaganda. Let's see what he's doing. Let's watch.
I show speed. If you don't know who he is a huge streamer. And I've actually criticized him on the channel before. One thing in particular that I don't like was like him feeding into the racist stereotypes and basically being a minstrel show. You know, eating fried chicken on camera, like just doing all this other weird stuff.
He did used to feed into that, you know, but I try to give him a pass because he has matured a lot in recent years. So, you know, he's grown. So, you know, let's give him that. He's doing a lot better, so good for him.
Now, despite of that, he's doing something right now that is very positive, and I don't think he realized how big it is. For the past year or so, he's been going around to different countries, streaming, basically doing IRL stream. And to kick the year off, I Show Speed decided to do a Africa tour. Now, as American, when we hear Africa, we think of teepees, huts, dirt roads, you know, things.
No, we held. Speak for yourself, my brother, and this really pisses me off, okay? This bullshit ass, weak ass, false narrative that, oh, Americans think this about Africa, and they think Africa's a country, and I get everybody wants to joke on Americans. You love to try to shit on us, so that makes you feel better to be like, oh, y'all stupid, y'all think this. I promise you, this is not a thing, okay? In big 2026, there are not many adults who think that Africa is a country, or that, oh, Africa is just dirt roads and people walking around naked doing tribal dances all day. That's not a thing. I've never in my adult life met another adult who thinks this about Africa. Like, not once. Maybe as a kid, sure, but as a grown ass adult with access to the internet, there's no way you think that. You just don't think that. And it's crazy because people will look at shit online and use that to represent an entire fucking country, an entire group of people. You'll see people leave comments saying stupid shit, and you have to keep in mind, there are a lot of bots online. There are a lot of stupid kids posting dumb shit, people trolling, people rage baiting. You got people on TikTok desperate for clout, so they post the most outlandish stupid shit just for engagement and views and likes. So you can't use that and be like, oh yeah, look, this is representative of all the American people. I'm gonna use this to have it represent hundreds of millions of Americans. This is how they all think, and it's like, and we're called the stupid ones. That's very unintelligent. So I don't like when people perpetuate this bullshit. It's like, no, there are no grown-ass adults. Africa is a country, right? What?
And this is just another form of propaganda. Like, I remember when I was younger, man, getting ready for school, I used to have the TV on. Every morning, it used to be Feed Africa ads.
Exactly, as a kid. But yes, he is right. Those goddamn commercials.
You would see like a skinny African little kid with a white woman, you know, saying, oh, give us money to feed.
And then singing, in the eyes of an angel. That song used to always come on. Or was that the pet one? Because they used to also have dogs and cats and rats and shit. And they're like, oh, feed little Fido, he ain't ate in 2 months. And he got like 2 legs and he like hopping. And they like, send us $20. Like, no. And they used to always do the same thing with African kids as well. They would have little kids showing their ribs with flies on them. Be like, oh, you need to feed him, you know, send us some money. He ain't ate in a year, you know. So that was definitely a thing. And as a kid, a stupid kid, of course you're like, oh my God, this is Africa. You know, but it's like, as an adult, no.
You know, these are the type of things we see. On the other hand, a lot of Africans, the way they see us is, especially Black Americans, they see us as violent. They see us in movies shooting each other. So it's a disconnect.
I don't think a lot of Africans think that either. Again, we're going based on shit we see online. And if you think this way, or if you're around people who think this way, this says a lot more about you and the type of people you surround yourself with. And no shade to him, but you know, it's like, if you really at your big age was thinking that about Africa, that's crazy. That says more about you.
That is not either of our own faults. But the point is,
no, it's your fault. It's your fault for being stupid. Again, no shade. I like him. I've reacted to him many times over here, but boy, that is your fault if you're a big ass, grown ass adult and that's stupid. You're responsible for your own education at that point.
Breaking the African propaganda right now, and I love it. So this is one of the countries, Mozambique. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I don't want to butcher the name, but just look at it. Like, it looks like a very modern city, and I blame the American, you know, school system for, like, you know.
Antonio, Anthony, don't piss me off. Is it Anthony speaks? Anthony, don't piss me off. You trying to blame the American education system, brother? You gonna have to take accountability, my brother. You gonna have to take accountability for that. That's not on the American school system. But also,
this is another one of I don't know how to pronounce the name. Mozambique. I think Mozambique, and it looks like Miami, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe it's giving me.
okay, I don't know if this is a hot take or not. I don't care. Just as it would irritate me if people were like, oh, it's just dirt roads in Africa everywhere in the entire continent. Oh my God, this is dirty and whatever. I also get annoyed on the opposite side of the spectrum when people try to pretend that, oh, it's super modernized now, and oh my God, it looks like Miami, and oh my God, this is what all of the country looks like. This is a short drone clip, okay? We're not seeing much, so you can't take a short clip like this and let it represent all of an entire country or even an entire continent and be like, oh, Africa. You can't do that. You would think this would be common sense, but people do this all the time. They'll see shit like this, like, oh, this is how Africa looks. All right, let me pull up. I'm gonna just pick any African country that's gonna look like this. That's not that's not the case. Oh, I was saying hot take because I was gonna add, the reality is most of Africa is underdeveloped. Okay, that's not propaganda. That's just a fact. Okay, if you look at I think it's the Human Development Index or something like that, only like, I want to say 10 to 15 maybe countries. I want to say it's less than that because I was looking it up when I was trying to see, where in Africa I want to go next, because I'll possibly be going solo. And I want to say it's like maybe around 10 that are higher up in on the development scale. Most of them are underdeveloped, and it doesn't mean that it's all dirt roads or that it's just poverty everywhere, but there is a lot of poverty, and it's it doesn't look, most of Africa does not look like this, and that's just real. Okay, so I also think that isn't a good idea to adopt that mentality either on the opposite side of the spectrum. Don't think it's just all dirt roads and dirty and poverty everywhere, but don't think that, oh, this is how most of it looks, because it's not. Based on stats, GDP, okay, information you can look up yourself, actual data and statistics, it is very underdeveloped. Does not take away from it though. I love Africa. I've been 4-5 times at this point. Even Ghana, I went twice. Okay, so even though this second time in Ghana, anyway, I'll talk about this on my second page. Shanell TV. Anyway, but the first time I went to Ghana, I loved it. All right, I was in Kenya, loved it. Tanzania had some of the most beautiful water I've ever seen in my life. All right, so there are definitely beautiful areas for sure, and there are great aspects in different countries in Africa, but I also don't think it is cool to spread the narrative as well, to be like, oh, look, this is how it looks like Miami. No, it doesn't.
Beautiful, because everybody's showing love, man.
And this is not on speed, by the way. He just out there living his best life and showing it, documenting it in his little streaming or whatever. But I'm saying how people are interpreting this. I feel like that's the problematic part.
That's one thing I love about Speed when he do these. Like, he really goes into the culture.
Yeah, having a great time.
It's all love too, bruh. Hey. Yeah, they gon' beat him probably in every athletic thing he does.
We the athletes of the world. Stop playing.
Yeah. But the vibes is immaculate, man.
What the hell? What's up with... This is his shit, not my shit. Maybe this part got copyrighted. Oh my God. they got this man face painted. He is famous. Wow. If you're unaware, this is from a really viral, he's stupid, a really viral clip of him like trying not to laugh when he was on stream playing this game. And they have it painted.
The one of him dancing.
Okay.
I think this is when he was in Angola. He's been to 3 countries now.
He's barking. He's still doing.
Hey. Now these are just a few clips, man. You gotta watch the full stream. The vibes are just absolutely immaculate. Now the thing that's really been getting me, man, is just.
Am I missing something? How is he destroying propaganda? I'm thinking he like out there interviewing people or something. Like what is it? Well, I mean, he said it at the beginning. Is it because you thought that it was just dirt roads there, and because he's showing that it's not just dirt roads? But I feel like anybody with a phone could just look up a travel vlog or some shit. Now, I've shown when I was in Africa. Like it's not hard to look that up and see, even if you've never physically been anywhere in Africa yourself. So I don't understand. Maybe there's more to it.
Ignorance, and like I say, I don't really blame these people because it's what's being pushed to them about Africa. I was the same way until a few years ago. I started like looking into things. I'm like, damn, it's really nice over here. But yeah, man, people are really shocked.
This nigga's in Africa. Nigga, these niggas got drip. And look at the city lights, bro. This shit is cleaner than New York. Like, look at this. My son is in, like, I think it's in Angola or some shit. Nigga, this shit like...
This is what I'm talking about. This irritates me. You know why misinformation about travel really gets under my skin? Because before I started really traveling heavily, I would look up things online just to get an idea of what to expect. And when I tell you the vast majority of shit that I consumed was just utter bullshit, completely fabricated, made up, like it really pissed me off. It's like this is completely opposite to what this shit, you know. So I don't like the misinformation. And once again, this is not directed at Speed. He's just showing himself being there, but just him narrating it. This look cleaner than the places in America. It's not. And I know that people love to throw out there like, oh, you know, there are clean and nice parts of Africa. Again, you generalizing the entire fucking continent, but let's just say countries in Africa, there are clean areas and there are, you know, areas with more poverty, just like America. I feel like that's very intellectually dishonest because it's not the same. First off, the poverty in America versus poverty in Africa is not the same. It's not the same. And trust me, when I was in Kenya and Ghana specifically, I drove a lot around those areas. Not me personally, but I had a driver when I was in Ghana. Well, both times I went to Ghana. And in Kenya, when I went with my boyfriend and his homie, like, they was driving a lot. So I seen a lot of those two countries. And driving around, most of it is underdeveloped. Most of it does not look very modern. Most of it is not this, you know? And once again, this is not to shit on anywhere in Africa, but you need to be aware of what you're getting into and don't look at short clips and use that to represent an entire fucking country or continent. That's just not smart. And I feel like people tend to do that. And just hearing how they're kind of narrating this, I'm just like, oh my God. Once again, this irritation goes back to, you know, me being misled when I first started traveling. But now, listen, I've been to well over 50 countries at this point, so I'm like, all right. I know not to just take shit seriously that I see online as it relates to travel, but there are a lot of people who don't know that, who haven't started traveling yet, and they look at shit like this and they're like, oh, this is how it must be. But you have to use your common sense and don't look at clips like this and be like, okay, this is how the entire continent is.
Downtown Houston. Like, I know they got self-driving cars in this bitch, man. Like, come on, look how futuristic this shit look. Look at that shit out, man. Thinking Africans still got water and shit. Thinking they poor and shit. Like, come on, man. Like, this stream opened my eyes to a lot of shit. Man.
That's what a lot of people don't realize, man.
Car on the street, bro. Look at that, bro. This shit look like a futuristic LES. Futuristic downtown Brooklyn, like what the fuck? Like look at the streets.
Yo, so I'm kind of confused. Like I show speeds in Africa, and like how? Like they have Wi-Fi.
He's British.
I never knew that. And like they have cars, houses. Like shit's crazy.
He gotta be rage baiting. You know why I really don't trust this motherfucker? And I think he on some bullshit. Because if he lives anywhere close to London, he's full of shit. There are a lot of Africans in London, a lot. And I just don't believe that he truly thinks that Africa had no cars. I think he's trolling. I really do. And this is the problem when you consume bullshit online. It's a lot of brain rot. It's a lot of stupid people who get on here, show their goofy ass face, and say dumb shit. I don't believe that most people around the world think this. He could just be that stupid. It's a very real possibility, but I don't believe him.
Never knew that.
It's funny, bro. I can't be mad at him. I mean, if you ain't know they had cars though, that's you're a dumbass. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. And this is why I hate diaspora wars so much, man. Because in the grand scheme of things, Africans, they love us, and us Black Americans, we love y'all too.
Y'all probably wondering why I'm crying. I've been watching Speed streams, and I'm seeing all the love that he's getting.
Hell yeah.
In Angola.
I know you fucking lying. Don't piss me off.
Africa, and he's getting massive amount of love, and the way that he was treated in Europe was disgusting.
Yeah, we gonna talk about that.
But to see him be a Black man from the United States of African descent and be able to go back to the continent and be...
Girl, he is not Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. Let's calm down. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to be insensitive, but the girl, don't piss me off. Girl, because he pulled up and he having a good time with people out there. It's like, oh my God, he doing something so groundbreaking, and this is what our people fought for you to go over there and travel. She is teary-eyed because he's treated well. He's a celebrity, girl, sister girl. He's very famous. You saw they painted a whole ass wall to celebrate him. They probably already. For a second, I was thinking, did they paint that knowing that he about to pull up? But I doubt it. Speed is like international. Like he's very, very famous. So I think they just fuck with him there. So that's why he's getting so much love, girl. Because he's famous. Is she serious?
treated like a human.
Like a human? How else is he supposed to... Is she rage baiting too? What is happening? What?
Continent and be treated like a human by civilized African people.
Oh my God, civilized okay, she's pissing me off. By civilized African people. So are you saying that you didn't think that they were civilized? And you thought that Black people could go over there and they wouldn't be treated as human? What are we talking about? Am I tripping? Am I just being too insensitive? What? No, I'm not. This is ridiculous.
We've been taught that Africa is primitive, that it's dangerous. Don't go back.
I mean, there are many dangerous countries, okay, in Africa. That's not untrue. Obviously, not every single country, but there are a lot that are dangerous. That's not that's not false information. This is what I'm talking about. It's okay to appreciate the beauty of different countries, and I know as Black people we really want to support and have this love for the motherland, Africa, okay? But I don't think that it's a good idea to be super delusional either and crying because you saw a Black man travel there. Like, girl, it is not that serious. You're doing a lot. Yeah, you can pull up too. Like, he didn't do anything groundbreaking, girl. He didn't lead anybody through the Underground Railroad. Like, what are we doing? What are we talking about? So I feel like she's doing a lot, and I don't know. It's feeling like very performative. I don't trust it. But, you know, I also think that it is dangerous to have the mindset that, oh, look, Speed went there and look, it looks like Miami, so it's safe. Let me just pull up. I'm about to just pull up. I'm about to go to any country, and yeah, it's just they gonna welcome me with love like they did Speed. No, there are some African countries that are even on the, do not travel list, where our country recommends, hey, you might not want to go there. Like, that is a real thing. But obviously, it's not every country there. But let's not act like, oh, they lied to us by telling us that, there are dangerous places there. Because it is dangerous. Like, really dangerous. More than America dangerous in some of those countries.
They have this. They have that.
Africa is not a monolith. Like, you can't... Girl.
They don't want you. They don't like you.
That's all I hear, bro. Even people in my comments, they be like, bro, why you be taking up for Africans so much? They don't like you. I'm like...
Okay, you gonna waste your comments. Why you listening to your comments? Why you even reading your comments? First off, again, a lot of fuckery in the comment section, so I would not take that seriously. But who told her that? I'm very confused. When people are saying like, oh, they always told us this, who is they and what are y'all talking about? When we're talking about us being kids and seeing the African commercials for the starving children, sure, that was heavy propaganda. But again, big 2026, what are y'all talking about? Or even let's say a few years ago, even 10 years ago, who was telling y'all this? That, oh, everybody there hates you, you go there, they're not going to treat you like a human, the Africans are not civilized. Like, what are y'all...
Bruh, y'all gotta stop being on the internet so much,
Nigga, you too! Both of y'all need to stop being on the internet so much because I am very confused. I am confusion.
I'm saying, even in the sense of being on the internet, like a lot of the love I get is from African people, like my people, I'm descended to them. They send me messages all the time, man. Much love, we love y'all. Like, don't fall for that shit. Like, I get that all the time.
And to see an African American man with his stature go back to the motherland and be treated with so much respect.
Girl, he's rich, girl. Do you not understand it? Do you think you gonna go over there and they gonna treat you the exact same way? Because they not. And this is not because they have a problem with you or an issue with you, but hello, we gotta use our common sense. Like, they are rolling the red carpet out for him because he is a big celebrity. They really love him. They fuck with him over there because he's famous. They know he rich, he's important, and he's streaming the entire thing to the entire world. He got a huge following. So... he's gonna be treated a certain way. That's something that people need to keep in mind as well when they're consuming travel content. Even when people consume my travel content on a way, way lesser scale, okay? But when I'm going to certain countries and shit, like, I am aware that I have the money to stay in certain areas. I have the money to be able to do certain shit. And it affords me the privilege of being treated a certain way. Especially when I'm, like, going to nicer establishments, restaurants and stuff. They, hear my accent. They're like, oh, you're American, and if you hear you got money, okay, I'm going to be treated a certain type of way based on that. So you can't just look at my vlogs, for example, and be like, oh, I'm gonna go there and have that same experience. That's not how things work. So she's doing the same thing with Speed. Like, oh my God, I'm so happy, I'm proud. They treat him so well. Cause he's famous, girl. But why would that make you cry? Oh my God. Please,
this
girl,
is what our people fought for.
Oh my God. Girl. This man did nothing. And this is no shade at all. I love that he's going and traveling and showing people at least glimpses of, these certain areas that they may never get to travel to. So there's nothing wrong with that. And I watch travel vlogs myself. So I don't think that that's an issue. But why are we acting like this man is, like, freeing the slaves? Like, y'all acting like he really doing something super groundbreaking. Somebody he destroying propaganda. And now you crying, talking about this is what our ancestors fought for. What? You know what, girl?
Fought against Jim Crow and segregation. This is what the slave revolts were about.
And okay, she's not completely inaccurate in that. Because, yes, like, we are able to live a certain life because of what our ancestors fought for. But my thing is, Speed is not the first Black American to go to Africa. So I'm confused. Maybe if this came out 20, 30 years ago, maybe like 30 years ago, maybe that would make a bit more sense. But this reaction is very confusing now in big 2026. Am I tripping? Is this a normal reaction, y'all?
This is what it's always been about.
I'm not tripping.
Is to be able to go back home to a home that you've never been and be unapologetically black and not have to think about being black. Just being able to have your natural hair and your brown skin and not be judged.
I also don't like this narrative either. And this is another thing that has pissed me off and I had to discover when I started traveling. The world, especially online, it's real big online. They want you to believe that if you travel, you're going to face so much racism and people are going to treat you poorly. I've been to over 50 countries, not a thing. It's not happened to me one time. I had one incident where a guy was very clearly xenophobic because he kept bringing up, oh, you don't know this country and, you know, American this. Like, he clearly had an issue with Americans. He heard my accent, he didn't like it. All right, I vlogged the whole thing. It was a mess. It was a hot mess. But that was the only, like, negative experience I've ever had of all the 50 plus countries I've been to. I've never had anybody treat me poorly. And that's something that I feel like I was scared of when I first started traveling because that's what I would see online all the time. And it's like, of course, you're not supposed to let comments shape the way you think about certain shit, but when you have no reference at all, it's like, okay, you kind of do take these things into consideration. So I was like, how am I about to be treated, especially in Europe? Listen, I go to Europe every year. All right, listen, I've never been treated less than or treated any type of way. And obviously, I don't represent all black people. I'm not saying this is every black person's experience, but my point is I don't like the propaganda. Ironically enough, we talking about fucking propaganda. I don't like the propaganda that other people put out there, okay? I don't like the bullshit people put out there and they scare people into thinking certain shit that's just not true. And that really upsets me because there are people who are scared of travel because of that. I get questions all the time on my second channel when I'm talking about my travels. Oh, as a black person, how was it here? And what'd you think about this? And oh, can you make a video about the best places to go as a black person? I'm just like, y'all, this is not this is not as relevant as y'all think it is. I promise you. If people want to talk shit about you and treat you a certain way, sorry, I'm yapping a lot, but I don't care. If they want to treat you a certain way, more than likely they're treating you poorly because you're American over anything, okay? I would say people are way more xenophobic. Not blatantly, because niggas is bitches. They scared. They pussy. They ain't gonna really say nothing, except that one man, like I said. That incident, I was a little shocked too. He was bold, all right? But nobody else has ever said anything to me or came at me sideways. That was a very one-off situation. But for the most part, people will be xenophobic and they just might side-eye you a little bit or whatever the case. But it would have more to do with you being an American. But as far as you just being black and minding your business and traveling, most places, people, they don't care. They don't care. You're not being targeted just because you black all around the world. So that fear that some black people have, it breaks my heart because it's like, it's not a thing. I'm not saying it never happens. Obviously, racism can happen anywhere, right here in your own backyard in America. Let's talk about that. But it's not like common that you just hate crimes here and there. You go here, they're like, hey, black person. That's not a thing.
And not be racially profiled and not be killed.
Killed?
I love the love that he is getting.
Now in the video, she brought up
skin and not be judged about being black. Just being able to have your natural hair and your brown skin and not be judged. And not be racially profiled and not be killed.
Girl, you are more likely to be killed here in America, sister girl. Sorry to break it to you. This is odd. I don't care what nobody's saying. Maybe people will be like, oh, you've been hard on her. She's just emotional. I don't fuck. I think this is weird. To say that you would think that, or it surprises you that he went over there and he didn't get killed. Why are you bringing up being killed, like traveling somewhere out the country? That's not as common. I promise you. Statistically, you are way more likely to be killed in America than traveling anywhere overseas. And maybe even the more dangerous countries in Africa, if we mean real. But, girl, what are you talking about? Once again, this irritates me because I've been misled years and years ago before I started heavily traveling. And the fact that misinformation is still running so rampant online, it's frustrating.
The love that he is getting.
Now in the video, she brought up a point how, he went to Africa, he was treated like a human, it was civilized. These are things they tell us that Africans aren't. Now listen.
Who is they and when? Give me some examples. I know people, all right, I'm not saying that nobody has been brainwashed. Once again, I feel like this was way more prevalent when we were children, but now or in recent history, what are y'all talking about? Please give examples. I want very specific examples. Who are they? Who is they that told y'all that if you go to Africa, they uncivilized, they gonna attack you, they gonna run around you in a circle doing tribal dances, and they gonna cut your head off? Like, who is telling y'all this? I need to know.
Go back to
A comment online, Lil Durk 2615 with no profile picture. Is he the one who told y'all? Cause what are y'all talking about?
when I Show Speed traveled to Europe, and I remember seeing the clips they were trending, man. They was treating them like trash. They were throwing stuff at them, making monkey noises, calling them the N-word. These are the civilized people, you know, the proper people. The Europeans, no, these people were animals.
Like, bro, I didn't even see the KFC, bro. Who said that?
Somebody said, well.
Who said that? Who said well?
Wait, what did he say?
These people were animals.
Like, bro, I didn't even see the KFC, bro. Who said that?
Somebody said, well.
Who said that? Who said well? Who said that? Come here. Nah, come here, bro. Why you say well, bro? You be in my chat saying that shit, bro? Yeah. Why?
You know what? And look at him smiling. I'm not justifying this at all, but even if we go back to what Anthony said earlier in the vid, he said how Speed used to encourage this coon, you know, behavior, and he used to be feeding into stereotypes and eating chicken all crazy and making monkey noises and doing stupid shit. So it's like when his dumb ass, you know, teeny bopper fans are doing this when they see him in person, it's like... Are they doing this because he's a random black man and they're just filled with so much racism that they have to project, or are they trying to, you know, this is the Speed community, let's be stupid? Look at his stupid face, this little stupid face. He's smiling like, oh, this is funny, haha, because yeah, this is what you do on stream. I'm not saying it's okay, but I think that's very important to keep in mind, because I also had this thought when the Asian girl came up to him and she called him the N-word, hard R, okay? She said she was a N-word killer or something crazy like that. And I was like, what the fuck? This is hella racist. This is wild. And, you know, somebody reminded me, like, well, this is what Speed, you know, encourages in his chat and shit. Again, I don't know if he's doing this now in 2026, but this was a part of his whole gimmick. He was very ignorant, very stupid, but, you know, he was a kid, but this is what he was doing. So I don't think this is fair to throw this out here.
You say that shit.
And be like, oh, and look, he laughing. He think it's funny because it's like, oh, this is what we do in the Speed community. I need to see more clips.
Making monkey noises, y'all.
I would never go to any of these places, by the way.
Yo, these.
They got a gorilla in the crowd. Oh, this is wild.
Man, these are the same people that love calling black people violent, uncivilized. Hey, look, I like this comparison. I'm going off topic. Say a fat person, they be like, I'm hungry, bro. Somebody gonna be like, oh yeah, hell yeah, you is hungry with your fat ass. But if a skinny person, or if I said I'm hungry, they're gonna be like, yeah, let's get something to eat. Y'all get the analogy?
I get it,
but
bro.
like when black people do some shit, it's like, hell yeah. I hope y'all got that analogy because I heard that somewhere and it was funny as hell to me. What's wrong?
He eating the banana that third? I would not touch that shit.
It's sad.
Can you go?
See, and look at his face. He's like smiling, and you pay attention. It's like, oh, haha, this is funny. This is what we do in the chat, right? Nigga, right? Ha ha. That's what it's giving.
Me, bro.
See. Google Translate. I'm going to Google.
So I'm guessing book equals the nigga, and he's trying to be funny.
Exactly. He's trying to be funny. Again, doesn't make it right. Stupid ass kids, fuck these kids. All right? But I think that's important to keep in mind. So if you as a black person are seeing this, don't automatically think, oh my God, if I go there, this is how they're going to treat me. Like, context is very important.
Just trying racism. Ha ha ha. These be the 10-year-olds on Instagram liking all these people posts.
Absolutely.
They think the shit funny. It's not. You're a cornball.
You scared of me?
I little bitch, don't worry.
Poland is crazy. Why is he going to all of these super wiggity white places? Like, this is kind of crazy. I don't think I would ever go to Poland. I don't want to say ever, but I mean, granted, most of Europe is white, obviously, but there are some places that are way more white than others and are a little, I personally wouldn't go to. And Poland, I've never thought about going. I don't want to never say never, but I wouldn't recommend, especially when you just start traveling and you going to Europe, Poland, you going to Poland? Of all places, Poland?
Scared of me?
No shade to any of my Poland people, but no. This is not somewhere I would go and like expect to be like super accepted as somebody of color. I don't know.
No idea.
Come on, little man. Come on.
We know why he's scared.
He ain't never seen no black person before. No, I don't know. I'm sure there are black people in Poland, but yeah, just I don't know. In comparison to other European countries, this is just wouldn't be in my top 40. I think Europe has 40 something, maybe 50, closer to 50, something like that countries. It would be like after I went everywhere else, and I'm like, all right, it might as well. Like that's when I would probably go.
We know why he's scared. Anyway, man, the experience from Europe versus Africa was totally different. It was all love in Africa.
That's
when my
not
man went
fair.
to Europe, they was treating him like he was. But I really just.
And of course, that's Speed's experience. Not taking away from his experience, but people will consume content like this and they will conclude in their minds, okay, let me never go to Europe. And because I'm going to be treated poorly, they're going to throw bananas at me and make monkey noises. And let me go to Africa because it's going to look like Miami and New York. And it's like, that's also propaganda, y'all. I hope y'all know that.
Just want to give I Show Speed his flowers, man. It's been a joy to see these clips. It really made my day, my week, really, bro, seeing all that love.
I'm very confused. I was not expecting this from this vid. I thought he was actually doing something. Like, cause you saying he destroying propaganda. And like he's saying, oh, I was just so, excited to see him get all that love. It's cause he's famous. Do y'all know that? Like me and my black friends and black boyfriends that I've gone to Africa with, we were not treated like this. They didn't roll out the red carpet for us, and they're not gonna do that for you either if you're not famous. So yeah, I wouldn't expect the same treatment. It worries me because I'm wondering if some people actually truly expect that type of treatment. And that girl was crying. I think she thinks that if she pulls up to anywhere in Africa that she gonna get like so much love and they gonna embrace her and be like, welcome home, sister. I think that's what she think. I hope that's not what she think. Maybe she was trolling. I don't know. I'm very confused by all this. Once again, this is no shade to stream. This is the thing named Speed. This is no shade to Speed. He out there living his life, okay? Living his best life, traveling. Love to see it. Love to see people exploring the world and having a great time. And he's just documenting it and streaming IRL. But I have an issue more so with the narrative surrounding this and all of the misinformation. That's what's annoying. But yes, there are many countries in Africa that are beautiful. Many beautiful areas, okay? The nature is great. But don't think, oh, I can go anywhere. It's Miami. It's not. It's not. Most of the world is underdeveloped. I don't even want to just single out Africa. Let's talk about it. This video is long, so I'm about to wrap it up. But even like there are so many poor countries in Asia as well, like all around the world. I think it's like a statistic that around 80% of the world is underdeveloped or something like that. Like it's a lot of poverty out there. A lot of people are not living great. And that is not just specific to Africa. This is in most places around the world. Okay. In comparison to what we're used to in America, it's not the same. So that's why the comparison of, Houston or New York is like this. That's why I find it problem with that because I'm like, that's not true. But you can still find beauty in that. You can still have a good time in these places, but trying to make it seem like it's more modern than it actually is, I don't think that's helpful either. It doesn't help anybody. And it doesn't help when it's like the goal is for these places to become more developed, right? And have more funding and for the officials there to appropriate the funds properly. I know they have a lot of, issues with corruption, all of that. So these are real things. So it's important to, be aware of that as well and not pretend that everything is all roses and butterflies. Like I feel like some people are trying to do. And I get it. I feel like they're trying to do that because they want to reverse the negative propaganda over the years about how Africa is this terrible place, every single country, and the bullshit that we were fed when we were little. I get that they kind of want to reverse that a bit, but let's not do so to delusional lengths. Let's not be delusional and ridiculous about it because that doesn't help anybody when they're really trying to travel to these places. I've talked enough. Damn, this video is long. Why did I make this so long? My bad, y'all. Anyway, let me know what y'all think though, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.